Hi friends, I'm quite excited about today's lesson because today I'm going to show you how to play the second octave on your low D whistle. I felt like there should be some secret sauce as I was trying to do this as a beginner. And some of the websites and videos I looked at didn't help a whole lot either. I got all kinds of explanations as to how to do it. Um, Narrow the airway in your mouth, purse your lips like you're going to whistle, um, move your top lip out, move your bottom lip out, change your embouchure, and more. Um, Another one, blow harder. That one seemed to make a little more sense, but it caused me to squawk more than anything. And my favorite was somebody said, well, you just do it. These folks, all though, consistently said two things that are at the top of what we need to remember about successful low D whistle playing. The first is proper hole coverage as you play. And the second is consistent airflow. Nothing will derail your lower octave or the second octave you're playing. Nothing will derail it faster than inadequate hole coverage and poor breath control. I'm about to give you, though, my favorite exercise that will teach us how to play the second octave. But first, I believe it's important for us to understand how the whistle works, because when we know how the whistle works, then how to play the second octave simply makes sense. The whistle is an engineered tube with engineered holes and an engineered mouthpiece, all designed to create specific notes. The mouthpiece is where the magic actually begins. So look at yours while we're talking. The way the mouthpiece is engineered, you have a little narrow airway there at the front of the mouthpiece that you and I blow into. The air enters that narrow airway and then it kind of falls into a slightly larger chamber. In that larger chamber is the tone, it's called the tone hole. And if you cover the tone hole and blow, doesn't matter how hard you blow, nothing's really going to happen. So that tone hole is critical. Look in your tone hole and you'll see that there's a wedge, slopes down, and then there's the narrow piece of the wedge. As you're blowing in from the narrow airway, the air hits that wedge and that sends a little bit of the air out, and it actually sends some in, and it creates this oscillation of the airflow. That's why consistency is important, because you need a consistent oscillation, a consistent wave to the airflow. The pressure with which we play determines the length of the wave that passes through the tube. That's important. So, if a hole is open, that note is produced. If a different hole is open, then the air wave travels larger and a different note is produced. It's simple from our standpoint, but there's a lot of engineering. You and I don't have to do anything fancy. So the mouthpiece takes the air, starts splitting it through that little wedge, which creates an oscillation, which creates waves of air that send down the tube, and the length of that wave of air is what determines the pitch of the note. That's really all there is to it. So this is the exercise. Jumping the octave is simply a matter of increasing the airflow enough that that oscillation shortens enough to play the other octave. So, for example, I want us to play a low E. And as you play the low E, increase the air pressure, the speed of the air, if you will, that you're blowing into the instrument slowly. And when you feel or hear the note jump to the octave, that's how much air you need to use to play the second octave. Play the low octave and then increase your air gently until you jump to the other octave. That's it. Let's play the F sharp and do the same thing. Play the low F sharp, blow in, just increase the airflow a little. The G. That's it. You can now play the second octave. Work your way up the instrument. This exercise enables us to understand how much airflow is required to play the second octave. And the surprise to me was, it's not that much. And it's not that much different than playing the lower octave. Go on YouTube and watch your favorite low D whistle players. And they're dancing all over their instruments. They're playing second octave. They're playing the low octave. And their mouths aren't moving. They don't look like they're puffing their cheeks, blowing hard. They're simply playing. So it's that minimal difference in air pressure that you're providing that's gonna enable this. So we've already done the first exercise. Play the low note and then increase the pressure to change to the upper octave. You can play it now. So the second exercise is to begin with the low D and then just play walk up the scale and play as high as you can. Use the staccato, that is the ta-ta-ta tonguing right behind your teeth. That will help force each breath out with the note. Just play as high as you can and go back down. Keep doing that kind of exercise until you can play all the way up and down. How'd that go for you? Now, the third exercise is we're going to play the scale in thirds. We're going to play D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp. If you're brave, go to the A and then go back down. Play again as high as you can. Tomorrow you might do better. Maybe it'll take a week. Do what you can. Keep practicing and you will get better. Remember, play as much as you practice and practice so that you can play. Listen to songs, imitate your favorite players, even more than playing off of a musical score. In one of our next videos, I'll share some of my favorites that I love to listen to. But now, you can play the second octave. It wasn't that hard, was it? Congratulations on that. And until next time, happy low D whistling. This is Scott Shade.